With this one, I just hadn't bothered with that because I was just manually setting the text here and just saying, okay, I'm gone, whatever, and didn't really bother with it. But that's pretty much how you do it. Let's see, y'all. I haven't played with this in a while, like a couple weeks. This is actually one of my favorite things that I've done. Just because I was trying to think of a way to make an array or pretty much make a dialogue system. Um, and the whole reason was because I didn't want to use a data table. I had absolutely no interest at the time in learning how to do it, and so I made this. And it's not the most efficient thing in the world. It works. Select nodes are a nightmare, and if you try trying to add option pins now would not work. I'd have to destroy this and remake it. But I love this thing. It's so much fun to play with. Okay. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know. So I'll just, if I have it already set up, we can walk through it. If not, I'll try to put it together. Let's go back to Project Awesome. Oh, good, it did save. Yay. Except that. Apparently, I forgot to save my platform blueprint that I just made. Damn it. Actor. Mobile plat. Come back in here. Just gonna remake it real quick. Scene. Static mesh. Wrong side. Let's do that. Looks a little bit better, I think. Okay, maybe a little bit wider. There we go. And timer. Move. We're gonna set this to 3 seconds. Custom event. Move. Suppose I can just do that. Okay. Timeline. Erp. Add key. Use last keyframe. Add key. I want it to be more smooth. Come on. I know there's a way to. There. Now it'll just use 0 to 2. Won't have to deal with all the extra stuff. Okay. Then vinterp set world location. Interp speed of 1. Get actor location. Location plus -9, or it was -750. So I suppose I could have just done -750, but whatever. Shoop. Which also means I don't think... Oh, nope, that did get fixed. Awesome. Let's see, thanks. I think I do have a question. I strangely need to look at the question response aspect. I get 3 empty question boxes. Do you set the question in the widget design view text box? Do you mean like you want the questions that like the NPC asks to display in the widget as well? Or are you trying to simply do the answers kind of like the way I had them? You should, if you promote your like the questions the NPC asks to a variable, you should be able to display them the same way, where you get like you put the text box in there and have either an image behind it or a button or whatever you're going to put the text over. And what you do is you just do the same thing. You do a get all actors of class, get the NPC, and then get the specific response that you typed in for the NPC's reaction, and plug that variable into the text, as opposed kind of like you did the leaving text. If you're doing it as a array, then you do the get array like you would with the answers that you have for the player. Trying to think of any other way to do that. And hey, TK421, how are you? Glad to see you made it. But what I would do, instead of manually typing in the question for that on a widget, if that's what you were talking about, like doing like I did the leaving text where it was not actually tied to anything, it was just there, I would not do that. What I would do is actually create the individual responses that your NPC was going to have in the NPC dialog with variables, and then just call the variables wherever you want them displayed in the widget. I did put double jump in my description today, so I suppose I have an obligation to make a double jump, or I'd feel bad about writing it in there. Of course, I could always just change the name and then no one would ever know, but you guys would know. Oh, damn. Okay. So let me open my side scroller character here and find my jump information. I don't really need this input touch because I don't own any mobile devices that could actually run anything made in the editor, so let's see. I'm going to I guess I should make a Boolean double. Branch. False jump. Yeah, the way I have it written there, James Scripto, is the NPC when you first approach them has some type of text as a prompt. And then you have 3 answers that you can select from as the player. Well, 4 answers if you count leaving. And then when you select one of those selections, it's going to change the text render on the NPC to say their next line. So like if they say hello and your question, your 3 are like, hi, how are you, and go screw yourself, the NPC's action or words will change based on what you said to them, and then it'll give you a new statement from the NPC and 3 new prompts. What you can do is whenever the NPC text changes, instead of have it sitting in a text render actor over their head, you can have that displayed on the screen as well in the exact same way that you did the questions. You would just not want it to be clickable. You would want it to just show up. And you're going to set double to true. If true, we're going to launch the character. Now, this is something really interesting about jumping, is saying like just putting another jump would not really work because they're already in the air and they've already got the is falling statement, so you'd have to mess with that. But in this case, you don't really have to do that because you can just, let's see, if I go find the jump, yeah, the reason I did the text render actor was just because I was being lazy, to be honest. I, I'm not afraid to say that. I was being lazy. That's just, it is what it is. Oh, I can do get velocity maybe? And then or do like 500. So in this case, if you double jump, you get your velocity plus 500 up. And then you need an on landed event. And what you do is on landed set set double to false. And the branch you're checking is going to be whether or not you can double jump.